show. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause her like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This will be fielded at the 8.
Let's go, let's go.
Mike set. Check, Mike 42. Let's go, Let's go.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw is Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going for it. It's Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it. What people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. To the air yet again. Watson stepping up. He'll try and run. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And this one's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Right left. Check 3, check 3. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Here's Rodgers. Throwing again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
41, Mike, 41. Let's go, D. 41's coming. 41's the Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. After getting that turnover on the 1st drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Hey, check 26. Hey, Alpha.
Rodgers now to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports.
Check your hot read. Right left. Fresno. Check nickel.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Keep on coming, baby. Keep coming. Begin going. Undercut.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a third down.
58. 41 Mike. Hey, 88. 41 Mike. Hey, wahoo.
Snap comes at 1. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, first down Packers. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
58.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Second quarter action. With 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation. If they just
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Get 300. Get 300. Check mark. Check mark. Hey, Charlie.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Check, check. Right. Check, check, check.
Here's Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Results in a 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Past the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
319. I got you. Look again.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now.
Recon, 152 fighter. Watch the edge. 25. Turn right. 25.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Let's bring it. Watch it.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Stay at home.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. They'll try and run down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Now he's forced out left. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's got some space here. Aaron Jones, 78 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Texan first down. Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught at the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 56 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Oh, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFL.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go. 180. Man left. 3 out.
Now Newton on first down. His throw incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Great.
To throw again, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Zadarius Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Sliding out of the pocket. And got his man complete. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Off-play action. Newton. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Panthers first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Set. Ready. Mike 50. Check pass.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They go play action here on first down. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready. Here we go.
On first down, it's Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Newton's going to keep it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton taking it in. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. That'll be taken in the end zone. .158 left to play till we hit halftime. remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here, don't end up in the end zone, ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Gun.
From the end zone, Newton. That's complete to McCaffrey. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They will go for it. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Now the Panthers going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Gun.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, Newton. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Newton throwing again. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 42.
Newton now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Great. Mike's 50.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 48 yards. Got a man. That's Allison. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He got 29 yards that time. Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10. Now Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. This is caught. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Christian McCaffrey there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 75 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play. And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation. You're all about the numbers, aren't you? All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now. They don't lie. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball. Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort. Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision. They snap it to Newton. And it is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Working from the gun, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown. Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away. Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision. Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
I know he ain't got it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his crew will take over with
Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad